amazing viewers. Thank you so much for joining me on my program once again. I appreciate you wherever you are connecting from. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I upload a video. You will be among the first to receive it. Thank you so much and remember blessed. Whenever you look my video, whenever you watch my video, share the video to all platforms. Share it to family and friends. Share it in your WhatsApp group so that people can get information on what is happening in the contraption called Nigeria, mainly against the Biafrans, against the Duduas, against the indigenous people in the contraption called Nigeria. I try as much as possible to set the record straight. I don't preach hate speech. I don't speak against people. I set the record straight. The only important thing I do here is to make sure that the plight of the people remains on the front burner and the world will know the true story of what is going on in the contraption called Nigeria.
Joining us now for a critical view of what to expect in today's meeting is Dele Momodu, a PDP presidential hopeful, a journalist, publisher, businessman, and motivational speaker. He's the chief executive officer and publisher of Ovation International. Dele Momodu, thank you very much for joining us. Good morning.
Good morning, Dr. Ruben Abati, PhD. How are you today?
I'm good. Well, quickly, how has it been so far? I've been following you on your very active Instagram handle, and I see that you take this quite seriously. You've been everywhere, almost every part of the country. But now, the PDP has this major issue, zoning. Now, two options likely today. The committee led by Governor Orton is likely to say, well, the PDP is throwing it open to every aspirant from every geopolitical zone, 6 geopolitical zones. Or the committee could take the position, which is unlikely, that the PDP is zoning the presidency to the south. How does the options, one or the other, favor you?
Well, to be quite honest with you, I think you've already answered the question. Zoning or no zoning, it's obvious if you've allowed everybody to pick up their forms. We've all paid. So how do you tell me that I'm no longer qualified to contest the primaries when you've collected my money? I read somewhere that Alhaji Atiku Abubakar has already submitted his forms. So are you going to ask him to pull them out? It's not going to happen.
His money can be returned.
It's not going to be as simple as that. So, and I mentioned this when I purchased my form, that it's like we've put the cart before the horse. What they should have done was to settle the issue of zoning, then you start selling the forms. That way, you avoid the bitter acrimony that we see right now. But even those who are talking about zoning, that it should come to the south, you will see the northern bloc, they are working as a bloc. You see Saraki, you see Bala Mohammed, you see Aminu Tambuwa going around and talking to people. The same is not in the south. The southeast is saying it must be me. The southwest will say it's me. The south will say it must be me. So if you are talking about zoning, why don't you, first of all, you want it to come to the south, let the south come together and fight also and present their case. For me, the danger that I see beyond all this is that those who are fighting are not fighting for the people of Nigeria. They are fighting for power by all means. And that is why this election is going to be a battle of the highest bidders. And that is what we tear both parties, APC, PDP, it may tear them apart. So let's pray that today things will go well, but you've answered it. They will throw it open because all of us have already purchased our forms. I don't see any other way they can do it. Are you going to ask a Wike to go out? Or ask a Dele Momodu to go out? Or ask an Atiku or Tambuwa? Even the Saraki, they are talking about consensus. They've all bought their forms. So why didn't you agree on the consensus before? So that only one of you will then buy the form. So I don't see any way out. The only way out is for them to throw it open.
So we can't expect what we saw with the APC convention when the chairmanship aspirants had their money refunded when they bought their form. That's my first question. My second question, you raised this point about the South not working in concert the way the Northern aspirants are doing. What efforts have you made to bring about a consensus for the South? Have you tried? What was the response?
Well, I have never asked for a consensus. What I'm saying is that the South should jointly present its case. You see, when you stand alone, you lose more. In politics, you see, what I see, I'll tell you now, some of us are not hardcore politicians. We've come into a party that has some of the strongest personalities in politics in Nigeria. So what I then expect is that the party will rise above working only for the party. They must look at galvanizing everybody. If you say you represent the South and it's only about how do I get power, then nothing is going to change in Nigeria. That is my fear. Some of us have come into politics so that we could drive a change. We are galvanizing young Nigerians. I mean, you would have noticed last weekend that Banky W joined PDP. That is what I've always advocated, that the young ones should come into the mainstream political arena so that they can then have better chances. But nobody is reaching out to those guys. Everything I'm seeing right now is someone in the Southeast wants power by all means. Someone in the South wants power by all. And, well, I mean, God's so good, I'm the only one who is combining two, South, and Southwest. For now. I understand there may be more people coming out of the Southwest even in the next couple of days. So, we're watching.
Do you fear that this process will implode the PDP?
I don't think so. Because in reality, there are only two major political parties. APC is already totally in disarray. That's my opinion.
But the PDP too is in disarray.
No.
Even in splinters.
No. PDP, trust me, is still much more together. What you have in APC now is not a democracy. One man sits down in an office and says, chairman, vice chairman, deputy chairman, secretary, and you just ratify it. For me, that's not democracy. PDP will allow everybody who is interested to run. That's what I believe they will do.
So what if they zone it to the north, for instance, and they say, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, it's your turn again? What would somebody like a Dele Momodu do?
I'm a loyal party man.
You sure?
I supported Atiku in 2019. I wasn't a member of the party. I supported him. I support on principle. I mean, I believe that APC has really damaged Nigeria almost beyond repairs. So we must do everything to get them out.
You supported APC to at a point?
Yes, and when I realized, I apologized to Nigerians. I'm probably the only person who's been doing that forever. It's regrettable that I support. But that is one of the dangers of democracy. You have two principal options. We tried A, it didn't work. We tried B, it didn't work. And that's democracy. That's why you have elections every 4 years.
Well, in about 8 weeks, there will be clarity. We'll know those who would go forward and those who have to talk about loyalty to the party. But what has your experience been so far? Because you've been quite active, you've been meeting stakeholders. Have you also taken time out to meet owners of Nigeria, as you described them? Because I saw, okay, you met one. Did you meet the others too? Because you wrote a piece saying that there are some people who are owners of Nigeria.
No, I mentioned it on your program here.
Okay. No, you also wrote a piece
yes.
this day, right, on Saturday, to say some people own this country. Have you confirmed that indeed there are owners of Nigeria? And what's the state of play with regard to this process and those owners?
You see, there is no question that there are owners of Nigeria. I mean, that theory I first propounded as far back as 1998, 99. I've met one of them, and that's former President Olusegun Obasanjo. The others that I've not met, I've always been in touch with them. You see, the sad part of this thing is that politicians only go to visit people only when they need votes. So the difference between me and politicians is that I already had an existing relationship with people, including those who have wronged me in the past. If you talk about IBB, under IBB, I was in detention. If you talk about Abacha, I was in exile. But that has not stopped me from being nice to them. If you, I mean, you follow me on Instagram. Yesterday, I posted a tribute from former President Babangida when I turned 60. I mean, anybody listening to that will know that if I go to him today, I'm just going to pay a visit. It's not that I'm not going to convince him. Whatever I'm telling them now is not new to them. They know about our individual personalities. They know who is a global citizen. They know who is cosmopolitan. They know who is detribalized. So going to them just on one occasion to say, I want to be president, cannot be enough to convince them. And that is why I'm so confident. What I'm doing is to go to the people of Nigeria first. Power will come from the people of Nigeria. Yes, the owners of Nigeria will probably determine who gets the ticket in A and B. But it is good for you to go and show your people that you have the capacity. Because some people are planning to buy the tickets. I can confirm that. They are planning to do everything and they have the money ready to buy the tickets. But after buying the tickets, does it guarantee that they will win the election? So what I'm doing is not just to get the ticket, is to guarantee.
Thank you so much for your patience to watch from the beginning to the end. I hope you have learned something from the video you have just watched. The video you have just watched is to bring information to your doorstep and for educational purpose. It is not to demonize anybody. Let us watch continuously and see who can be able to make a sense out of every nonsense we are seeing. We must continue. We move. It doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter what they say. They will kill us. We'll kill them. At the end of the day, Biafra is here. Thank you for watching. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please kindly subscribe to the channel. Click the notification bell so that you're notified each time I upload a video. You will be among the first to receive it. Thank you and remain blessed. Bye-bye. See you again.